to another edition of Bubba BuckBuster Television. I'm Bubba BuckBuster. This week on the show, we got 2 hunts coming your way. The first hunt, my old buddy Todd Craighead took a little feller we know named Bubba Dale Renfro up there to the Legends Ranch on a whitetail hunt. No Bubba Dale, he scored on himself a monster up there. I'm jealous. I ain't too sure they got deer like that where I hunt. And after that, we head up there to northern Oklahoma. Me and my old buddy Chris Allen, member of my posse, went on a turkey hunt this last spring. And it turned out pretty good. Sit back, enjoy, remember, there ain't nothing else like this on television.
A year ago when I met little Bubba Dale at Bass Pro Shops where I work part-time at the gun counter. And Bubba walks 10 feet tall with his personality, but he literally couldn't even see over the gun counter at Bass Pro Shops, and I instantly just fell in love with him. And so we hit it off, and I told the family about this wonderful opportunity that I have each year to sponsor a child to the Legends Ranch Special Youth Hunt up in Bitely, Michigan. And so one thing led to another, and of course, before I knew it, it was time to go. Bubba had been accepted to go on the trip and be one of 8 special kids from across the country that have some sort of physical disability that makes it difficult for them to get in the woods. And we were on our way to Michigan before I knew it.
Are you taking me on tape?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a big old deer.
First day we got there, we spent some time on the gun range there at the Legends Ranch, and
Bubba hit right on the bullseye. I mean, it was awesome.
No!
You got deer steak on the table?
Yes, I do! That was a good shot.
Was it?
If you don't say so yourself.
I can see it.
Todd, did you see that, baby?
I did. Tell me what happened.
I did the best I could. I just did the best I could, and I used what I had, what I learned over at the house, and I just did the best I could.
Did you see when I got down in the scope there and pulled that trigger?
Well, I have deer on the table.
Is that a BBD? Big buck down?
Yep.
So y'all are headed out to shoot the big fat doe tomorrow, is that right? Oh, listen to that.
Tell them, in your dreams.
In your dreams.
Well, that's what was on the paperwork.
I'm gonna give you a duck. I'm gonna give you a buck.
What?
A buck.
The next morning, we ended up in our first blind with our guide Mike, and Mike said that we were going to see a lot of deer, but I don't think any of us were really prepared for just how many deer and how big some of these Michigan deer were. And this was the first weekend of September, and so actually all the deer were still in velvet. This is a management hunt for these kids. And so actually, even though there's plenty of deer to be found on the ranch, finding the specific one that they want that kid to shoot is sometimes quite a challenge. We might have 20 or 30 deer or more out in front of us, but there might not be what we would consider a shooter buck, one that is maybe up in age, maybe at least 4 years old, but yet just doesn't have the genetic potential to ever get much bigger than what he already is. Saturday morning of our trip, we finally had what we considered a shooter buck out in front of us. Bubba shoots, and wouldn't you know it, he misses. But we just did not make it happen that day. So the next time we went out, the guide said, Mike told us, why don't we try our hand at a doe and give it a try that way, and maybe try to work some of those nerves out by taking a doe. And so we were all once again excited about the opportunity to find a doe, and we had our chance. Bubba pulls up his gun, zeroes it in on the doe, pulls the trigger, and click. Nothing. And so we thought, well, maybe it just didn't, maybe the bolt didn't seat the bullet correctly or fully all the way in. So we sat there, and sure enough, in a little bit, we had another chance on a doe. Bubba pulls the trigger, click. Nothing again. A third time, the gun still misfired and never even nicked or dented in the primer on that shell. It was definitely a malfunctioning gun. And poor little Bubba, he was beside himself. His nerves were a wreck, and even for an adult hunter to go through all the intensity of pulling the trigger on a gun and then for nothing to happen, it would rattle even the most seasoned hunters. But for 9-year-old Dale, it was kind of rough.
And now a word from our sponsors. And remember, trapping season runs from December 1st to February 28th.
Man, deer camp, deer camp, deer camp. Hate showing up late. I never get a good parking spot. But at least I'm here. Better late than never, right? Hope you guys are already... Oh, no, they're probably already asleep. Dang it. They're already asleep. What the heck is that sound? Dude, God. What's wrong? Did he get into the fatback again?
Hold on, you're gonna need this, Chris.
Did he get into a fatback again?
Fatback and gravy. Bubba's sick. Bubba's really sick.
Every time I come up here, you guys give me a face mask.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Let's wait a little bit. I better check on him. Hold on, let me spray. Let me spray.
Boys,
Oh, but Bubba's really sick.
call me an ambulance, boys.
He's...
Oh, I ate too much fat back and gravy. Oh, boys, come. Oh, never again. Oh.
I'm getting...
I'm going home. Screw